Okay, I'm going to show you a couple things I just got from Amazon. I've got a couple more things ordered, and I'll show you those when I get them. But now, first, I got what's a field strength meter. Let me show you that. Get the light on here. Hang on. Okay, it's a thermometer. If you can read that, 25 degrees Celsius. If I can get it to focus there, and 73, 74 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a thermometer, but it's also a field strength meter. Let me switch that over. Not reading anything now. Measures EMF, measures like microtesla and like volts per cubic meter, something like that. I need to go back to the instructions to figure out exactly what it's telling me. But I got the cheapest one I had. This is like $14. Now, so the thermometer works, and there's a tip right here. There's some little red lights in there. Now, I've been playing with it, and if you hold it up to a wire, like a power cord, there's got to be, there's a ground in there and a neutral, and then one side is energized. One side, this particular, here in the U.S., it's 120 volts to, between the hot side and the neutral. But if you hold it up to that, this little red lights in there, those will flash. So I'm thinking, and if nothing else, if I just hold this up to, like Romex is buried down inside of a wall or something. Now they make meters for that purpose, but I think this would work for that. But I may be wrong on that. But the primary thing I got it for, I might just play around with it just to see what I get. But I'll probably do a couple Geisterjäger videos, ghost hunting videos where I'm just asking ghosts to mess with it. But those power lines over there that crisscross Alomar Park, it's here in Avondale. It's about 3 miles east of me. Not today, but in the foreseeable future. This is what I bought this for. Walk around. I'll probably have a friend of mine actually hold the camera while I go over there, or I may not. I don't know, but because it's kind of hard to hold a camera and a meter at the same time. But if some chick wants to help me out, let me know. You got to live around here, and you live around the Avondale area. If you want to help me out in that, you let me know. And I'm not talking about anything romantic or anything like that. Just hold the camera while I walk around these power lines and see what this meter does. But I just want to see what type of readings I get under those lines. And let me show you the instructions on this, because they're all. If you can read Chinese, of course, it's actually written in English. But if you've ever read one of those stuff translated from Chinese, doesn't always make complete sense. But they cover the next thing. The next little item I got, it's a BMS board. It's like 3S BMS, something like that. Well, BMS are battery management systems. Now, these particular ones are made for the lithium-ion batteries. Now, this is a 18650. I think we all know what 18650 is. What you do is take apart junk laptop batteries. A lot of the electronics. I got another board. That's I don't remember the number on that one, but that's for one single board. I just wired that up so I could charge these things, and hook them up to something else. Now you can buy power banks. They're hundreds of dollars for a lot of them. But or if you're a poor boy like me and have a little bit of electronic knowledge, you can make your. Now the second thing I got are these little BMS boards. This is like a 3S BMS, something like that. These are Amazon's got these like $4 for $6 or something. They make a number of different models. For different combinations. This one's made for 12 volt, 20 amp, 12 volts. Now, you solder the individual holders on there. I'm going to try this with three 18650s, and I'm just going to use the individual holders, because what I want to do is bring up some circuits. Where I can kind of test. Because they're junk. They're junk 18650s. They were in old laptop batteries. I'm going to make what I call like a Bugout radio. I've got some old 12 volt car radios, and I've got a whole bunch of old CB radios. I've got some 23 channel ones. I've got some 40 channel ones. I've got 4 ones. I know where they're at, and I know they're good. I've got a bunch of them somewhere that some of them are good, some are bad, but they're hidden under a bunch of other crap, and I spent 2 or 3 days looking for them. But I'm gonna take an old car radio and some old stereo speakers, and maybe what I call a Bugout radio, it's with one of these to power it. Um, but bug out, meaning that if I have to take off, like civilization, something happens, natural disaster, man-made disaster, terrorist act. I mean, if I got to take off, kind of live on my own, this would be perfect to take out camping somewhere. But just to survive for a few days and have some entertainment. Now, the CB radio. Now, what I plan to do for an antenna. Now, I've made a handful of these. This is what I call a half-wave wire round. It's a piece of PVC pipe with 108 inches of. It's a helical wound dipole. That's what I call a helical wound. When I build this, I'll show you what it is. But I've made these antennas, but I'll put them on a 20-foot piece of PVC. And they actually work pretty good for homemade antenna. But it's a half-wave dipole. But I'm going to make this, but it's about maybe about 4 or 5 feet of PVC, so it's not too obnoxious for an antenna, but it's still a fairly effective antenna. I may make it a little bit shorter than that. I got to play around with some ideas, but just like I said, just a bug out radio. Just knocked together real cheap. A poor boy version of a piece of equipment like that. Okay, like I said, when I actually get off my lazy ass and actually build something, I'll show you the plans on it. It's something anybody with a little bit of technical skill could do. Okay, or you could take my plans and kind of modify them and do your own thing with them. Anyway, okay, love you. Bye bye.